Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my live on FindMeAMedium. Thank you to Veronica for allowing us this platform. And I am Stace, and I'll just wait for a few of you to come on before I explain what I'm doing this evening. Hope you're all enjoying this nice weather and staying cool. I'm sweating buckets here. It's got really muggy all of a sudden, but it's been a beautiful day. Let's see who's going to be joining me this evening, shall we? Let's have a look. Let's just have a look and see what's... There we go. Now, let's see who's going to be joining me this evening, shall we? My little cat's trying to get into the... Now, let's see who's going to be joining me this evening, shall we? My little cat's trying to get into the... I've just got realised I've just got sound on my phone, which is unusual. Give my cards a shuffle. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. Hi, Amy. Hope you're well. Oh, my pussycat is up to mischief. She always wants to get in on the act. Come on. Yeah. Look, say hello to people. Look, say hello. I'm very well, thank you. Say hello, say hi. My name is Tonks, everybody. Hello. There you go, that's the kitten. You wouldn't be saying oh if you found the mess that she makes at night time. Little mischievous one she is. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all staying cool in this heat that we're having. So this evening, for those of you that haven't seen me before, because I don't think I recognise your names, I am Stace and I am an intuitive card reader and spiritualist medium. And tonight I'm reading from my Divine Oracle deck, Divine Guidance deck. It's only the second time I've used them. So if you'd like a card, just put your names down. Let's have a look, see who else is joining us this evening. It's only the second time I've used them. So if you'd like a card, just put your names down. Let's have a look, see who else is joining us this evening. Okay. Right, let's start with you then, Stephanie, and then we'll have Amy, since you're the only two on at the moment. Card for Stephanie, please. Oh, did you see all them fly out then, Steph? Let's have a look. Right. So the first card that flew out the deck for you, my darling Stephanie, is anxiety. Let me put your name up so I know who I'm reading for. So I do feel that there's a lot of anxiety around you at the moment, and I do feel this is more mental and to do with overthinking than it is to do with emotions. I feel there's anxiety around work, anxiety around finances, and anxiety around just wondering who you can and can't trust at the moment. Would that make sense to you, my darling? And I kind of feel like you feel like you're a bit out of control at the minute, but you have the light of spirit coming down on you, trying to help ease this for you. You see them beautiful white lights and them beautiful silver wings. That spirit coming down to help you, my darling, okay? And there's a lot of shadows in the background. So you, as well as the spiritual earth, you've also got the support on the physical plane as well from people around you. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about half a dozen people that you can trust that's within your circle that you need to talk to. And I do very much feel like the hanged man at the moment. I feel like you're all kind of topsy-turvy and don't know which direction to go or how to get out of the situation. But if you look, her wings are flying, her feet are free, her hands are free. So there is a way out of this situation. You've just got to find it, my darling, okay? You've got to clear the mental fog, stop overthinking things, and just do things for you, my darling, okay? Yeah, I do feel a lot of chaos around you at the moment, but it's all becoming a bit too much for you, my sweet. So you need to clear that mental fog, okay? And the last one, now this hasn't got a name on it, but I need nurturing. This is you. You need nurturing. You need somebody to sort of, I feel like, would you understand mum and spirit, please? I feel like there's a mum or a mother type figure in spirit that you are dearly missing, that you would love the nurture from, that you can't get the nurture. There's nothing like a mother's love, is there? But I want to say she's got a book in her hand, and that book is your story, and you can rewrite your story anytime you want. Just because it's a bit chaotic now doesn't mean that that chaos can't be changed. Again, it's all about clearing that mental fog, taking time out for you, reflecting on what you need to do for yourself. Okay, my darling? Grandmother just passed, but I feel there was a really, really close bond with this lady. And I feel that right now she'd be giving you a great big hug and telling you that everything's going to be all right. You just need to be wise. I want to say use your wisdom. Okay, my darling? I hope that helps for you. She definitely wanted to get that point across, that you're not as stuck as you think you are. All right, my lovely? I hope that helps you, my darling. Amy Louise. Let's have a look at you, my sweetheart. Hello, Anne. Good to see you on. Thank you. Yes, you may have a card after Amy Louise. Let's have a look. Feel free to ask me any questions as well while we're doing the readings. I'm open to questions. If you want to ask anything about card reading or mediumship messages or development or anything like that, just pop it in the chat and we'll have a little discussion. Oh, my days. Oh, you've got the best one of the bunch. I'm all slippery fingers today. I don't know what's going on. When will he move house? Okay, well, I'll answer that to you in a minute. But the first card I've got for you, my darling, is the Sun. And this is the best card of the pack. It's about abundance. It's about having everything in the palm of your hands. You've got the ball of light there, and she's holding it gently and holding it close. So I do feel that with some communication, there is some sunshine coming your way, and there's lots of good changes coming your way. She's looking very fierce and very determined, and as you can see, she's a redhead. So I wouldn't want to mess with her, and I feel that all your hard work is paying off. You've been determined, and you've been strong in your beliefs and your convictions, I want to say. So kudos for you to that, and your communication skills are excellent. Look at that beautiful blue dress that she's wearing. Everything about her says what she says is what she means. And I do feel this is very much like you. Now, I don't predict, I can't predict the future, but let's have a look at see if we can answer the question about the house move for you. I do know there's change coming, like I say, because the Sun card has already given me the changes, and the changes coming in abundance. Now, normally when I see the Sun, I think of summer. So I do feel that this move will happen before the end of the summer time. You've just got to give it time, my darling. You've got the time card there, okay? And the wing that I'm seeing at the moment is pointing to 3. 3 is March. So I want to say maybe March time, things will start coming good for you, but you've just got to be patient and give it time. All right, my lovely? I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me. I'm sorry, guys. I am really hot and bothered. It's absolutely muggy as hell here at the moment. Okay. Anne. Oops. Anne, you have the business card. They keep falling on the floor today. I don't know what's going on. You have the business card, my darling. Now, this normally comes up in a reading when there's changes of career, changes of job, a promotion, or a raise to a higher level than what you are now in terms of employment or needing to start projects. I want to say, if you've planted seeds for a project on paper and you've got the ideas in your head, now is the time to collaborate with people, get the right people on board and start putting these plans into action. Now is a good time to start that, okay, my darling? It's so good. Look, him, he's smart, he's confident, he's got his hand in his pocket and he's ready to do the work. And I feel this is very much like you. I feel like now is the time that you're ready and confident enough to move forward in what you want to achieve. Did my sister, was she scattered? Of course she would. Of course she'd know that you'd done that, my darling. Why wouldn't she know that? They see everything, Spirit. They see everything. You don't have to have a card to answer that question. Spirit are everywhere. They see everything that we do, the confirmation that we get. I'm seeing roses. I don't know if you took roses up there, but I'm seeing roses, and I'm seeing some white, is it gypsum? Gypsum? You know, the little small white buds that you get in bouquets? I'm seeing them as well. Let me know if that makes sense to you, my darling. But if you didn't take roses up there, she's given me roses for you, and she's given me pink roses, which is for love and pure innocence and love and all about fun. So I do feel that she wants you to smile more, and she wants you to have fun again. She doesn't want you she understands the grief, but she wants you to remember her with a smile. Does that make sense? I feel there's been a lot of tears around this passing. And I do feel this passing's been a while as well. Not that there's any time for grief. I'm not saying that at all. But she's saying she wants you to smile again, my darling. But yes, any seeds, any ideas that you've planted, I do feel this is to do with a hobby that maybe you've considered taking into self-employment. Again, it's about getting the right people on board. So reach out, do your research, reach out to the necessary people, and make sure you get that collaboration and get these ideas into action. Okay, my darling? If ever you're going to put it into action, now's the right time to do it. Okay, thank you for working with me. I hope that helps. Who else is on and who else would like a card? Please come on and say hello. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short show. I bet you're all out enjoying the sunshine and enjoying the hot weather. Hi, Dolores. You would like a card? Okay, my darling. Let's see what we can find for you. You're unemployed and sick. Well, I do feel that there's a hobby that you could maybe turn into a business, my darling. Okay, that tells me that there's you're not going to be unemployed for long. You might not be able to have a job per se, but you may be able to turn something that you do at home as a hobby into a money maker. All right, so think about it and get them plans into action. All right. And I'm so sorry about the passing of your mum, my darling. Sending lots of love and healing to you. It is way too hot, hasn't it? It's like we've gone from being really, really cold to really, really hot again. We've skipped spring and gone straight into summer. And this time next weekend, you watch, it'll be like winter again. You're very welcome, Anne. I hope that helps. Okay, a card for Dolores, please. Focus, Stace, focus. Let's have a look. Now my cat's gone to settle down. Okay. Let's have a look for Dolores. Oh, another one. The second time this has come out this evening. You've got some anxiety, my darling. You've got some anxiety around the situation with you at the moment. It's surrounding your circle of friends, I want to say. I feel there's been a little bit of tension within your friendship circle, and you've got anxiety about what's true, what's not true, who's saying what kind of thing, because it's a he said, she said situation I'm feeling. You've got I'm seeing three shadow figures there. I'm seeing three shadow figures, but the angel is pointing to two. So I do know that there's two of them that is causing you particularly anxiety. At the moment, it's like you're being pushed from one to the other, from pillar to post, and you feel like you're piggy in the middle and you're having to take sides. And what I want to say to you is get yourself out, communicate to both of them that you're not prepared to be the piggy in the middle anymore, and they need to sort it out for themselves. And if they can't do that, that's fine. You'll still be friends with both of them, but they're to keep you out of their dispute or whatever it is that's going on. Okay, my darling? Because I do feel this is causing anxiety within yourself, and I do feel it's ruining kind of days out with friends and things like that. It's almost like you're talking to one and then one's repeating what you say to the other, and vice versa, and then they're talking to each other, and then they're coming back to you saying, well, she said blah 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 blah, and he said blah 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 blah, and it's like, actually no, that's not what I said, this is what I said. And then it's like Chinese whispers, and it's causing you all sorts of nervous. I feel shaky with myself. It's like I dread talking to them both because I know what I'm going to get if I open the phone to both of them, on separate occasions, obviously. But yeah, let them know and communicate with them, because there was a lot of blue in that card, so it relies on communication to clear that storm cloud and to put them both in their place, and to set boundaries for yourself as well. It's really, really important that you set these boundaries for yourself with your friendship circle, and that way you can't get dragged into the middle of any disputes that they have going on between themselves, okay? And you can't get the blame for causing any of the dispute either. All right, my darling. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me. Hello, Elaine. How are you, my darling? I hope you're well. Let's have a look and see what comes up for you, my lovely. Let's have a look and see what comes up for you. And it makes sense. I'm glad it makes sense. Thank you, Dolores, for that confirmation. Thank you all for joining me this evening. For those of you that haven't seen me work before, I am Stace and I am an intuitive card reader and spiritualist medium. Sometimes spirit pop in, sometimes they don't. If they do, I will let you know. But other than that, I read from the cards. Today, I'm reading from my Divine Guidance deck, and this is all about guiding you to a better pathway and to encourage you to move forward in positive ways. I always work with the love and the light. I never work with dark energies or negative energies. It's all about love and positivity and helping you move forward for your greater good. All right? Okay, Elaine, let's have a look. Okay, Elaine, as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm getting the song Summertime for you. Summertime and the living is easy. Bees are jumping and the weather is high. Daddy's gone, but your mama's good looking. Come to me, baby, don't you cry. So that song must mean something to you. I do feel there's been tears around you, and I do feel this has come from a father in spirit. Let me know if you understand Dad in spirit, please, Elaine, because I feel this has come from Dad. And he's saying there's been tears around you lately. Not to do with his passing, but to do with what's going on in life at the moment. Again, another one that's finding life a bit overwhelming. Yes, you understand Dad in spirit. Thank you for that confirmation, my lovely. All right, let's see what Dad has to say, because he's made me stop shuffling the cards. So I don't think he wants you to have a card. He just wants to speak to you through me directly. Okay, what have you come to say, my sweetheart? Now, I'm getting rough hands with Dad, so I do feel that Dad worked with his hands. He was a manual worker. I won't say he's not exactly showing me what he used to do, but I'm being shown manual. I'm being given the word pit. So would you understand Dad having links to the coal mines or the coal pits or some sort of pit work? I'm feeling the dirt in his hands and under his fingernails. Dad used to sit there and pick the dirt out of his fingernails. Let me know if you understand this, please, Elaine. I'll wait for your response before I continue. Hi, Claudette. Hope you're well. Oh, it was Grandad. Would you understand being as close to you as a father figure then? Because he came through on a fatherly vibration, I feel. And with the song as well, it said, Daddy's gone and your mama's good looking. I got Dad with him as well. Would you understand a separation from Dad then? Because there's definitely Dad is not around. I'm getting the impression that Dad is not around. I don't want to go too personal because we're on a public forum. Hi, Davey. He's coming to say that there's been a lot of tears around you. You're getting a little bit, another one that's getting a little bit overwhelmed with life at the moment. I do feel that you feel like you're tied up in all sorts of emotions at the moment. It's like you know why you're feeling the way you're feeling, but you just can't make sense or logic of it, and you can't seem to let it go. No, he's not. Thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, I kind of got that impression. Okay. He's saying that looking back on the past isn't always a good thing. You can't keep wishing for things that you never had. So would you understand yourself, Lynn, at the moment you've been kind of reflecting on the past and sort of, if only I'd had this, if only I'd had that, would things be different if this happened? Would things be different if that happened? Granddad wants you to stop looking back on the past and stop the what ifs, because the what ifs do not help you move forward, my darling, okay? The what ifs just come with a lot of pain. You need to heal from the pain. And as I'm looking at your picture, I'm seeing purple around the circle. I'm seeing like a purple aura around the circle, and I'm seeing the purple aura around the child in the picture as well. Now I'm seeing the child as you. I don't know if it is you, but I'm seeing the child as you, and there's lots of purple around you. And purple for me is a healing colour. So there's lots of healing being sent to you from the world of spirit, my darling. Oh, your husband passed. Okay, my darling. Thank you for that. That'll be why he came through with the song then. Daddy's gone and your mum was good looking. Okay, my sweetheart. Good evening, Deborah. I hope you're well. He wants you to stop looking back on the past and he wants you to move forward. He wants you to let it go, my darling, okay? And he's just given me the song from Frozen, Let It Go, as well. I feel that this gentleman would have been a very musical man. He felt a lot with music. Music was very emotional to him. And I feel this is with you as well. I feel that any song that you hear or that you play represents the mood that you're in at the time of playing it. So like if you're feeling really sad, you'll play sad songs. If you're feeling upbeat, you'll play upbeat songs, and so on and so forth. And he wants you to play the more upbeat songs. And he's given me a lot of jazz and rhythm and blues, old-fashioned jazz and rhythm and blues. So I don't know if he was into that type of music or if you're into that type of music, but he wants to give you that that Mississippi blues music, that New Orleans type vibe, where you can't help but dance, you know. So make sure you do that, my darling, okay? Put some upbeat music on, dance away, have a smile for Grandad, and stop looking back on the past and wishing things have been different, because we can all wish things were different. It's not going to change. What's happened has happened, and what's done is done, he's saying, okay? You've got to move forward with life and move forward with positivity, and you may not be able to change the past, but you can determine the future. All right, my darling, and that starts with the present day. All right, so I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Oh, he was a DJ. That explains the music then. Yeah, because he was giving me all kinds of music. All kinds of music. One minute he was playing upbeat songs, then he was playing rhythm and blues, and he was playing sad songs, and he was playing rocky songs. I was getting all sorts. So that was just his way of speaking through the music, so to speak. So I will leave Granddad's love with you, my darling, and hopefully that helps you, and I hope you move forward, and I will send you lots of love and healing as well. Davy Jones, hello, my darling. Would like to have a reading. Let's see what the cards come out for you. It's nice to have somebody on YouTube watching. Hi, Julie. How are you? Okay, let's have a look for David, shall we? Are you still there? Ah, there you go. There you are. All right, David. Let's pick a card for you. Oh, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Oh, okay. Davy, you have the Justice card. So I do feel at the moment with yourself, you feel like there's been an unjust in I will start that again. I do feel there's been an injustice with yourself, Davy, okay? And when the Justice card comes out, this is about fairness, and it's about approaching things with factual information instead of opinion, if you like. I want to say, carry on fighting the good fight. I feel very much like you speak for the underdog, but I also feel at the moment you feel like the underdog. So I want to say, stand up for yourself. Stick to the facts. Don't shout or lose your temper, because that gets nobody anywhere. Trust me, I know I'm the world's worst for it. But be patient, stick to the facts, and justice will be served. And I feel like you need to hear this. I feel like this sense of injustice that you're going through at the moment, it's almost like you don't want revenge, you don't want payback, you just want justice to be done. And because you can't get them one way, you want divine justice to be done. Well, they've heard your prayers, my darling. Let me know if that makes sense. Hi, Tanita. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're well. Hi, Sunshine. Hope you're well. Beautiful name. Sing it, Deborah. Sing it. Yes, I'm glad that makes sense, Davey. There's some communication needed, and there's also some, I feel like this injustice has been a bit of a storm cloud around you, especially mentally. So I want to say that storm cloud needs clearing, and this angel's come out to give you that clearance, to give you that mental clarity, to be able to give you the communication needed to get rid of these storm clouds and to fight this injustice. Okay, my darling? So whatever this is, you're well on the track to getting the justice that you need. All right, my lovely, whether it be a legal justice or whether it be a moral justice or immoral injustice, whatever it is, it's going to come to fruition for you, my darling, and people will see where they went wrong and see that you were right, and everything will come good. All right, so I hope that makes sense, and thank you for working with me. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Julie. Moral justice, yeah. I do feel that divine justice will be served, Davey, okay? So you just got to be patient. Like I say, stick to the facts. Don't go in shouting and screaming, because you won't get anywhere that way. You won't win anything that way. Stick to the facts, okay, my love? You're very welcome, my darling. Hi, Suzanne, all the way from Oklahoma. Nice to meet you. Hope you're well. And it's morning where you are, isn't it? Or is it lunchtime? Just about lunchtime where you are, I think. So, good morning, good afternoon. Julie, oh, you jumped. Julie, let's see. Thank you all again for joining me this evening. It's lovely to have your company. I love working with the cards and working with you guys. You're all such lovely people. And it's so nice for you to all join me on this hot, sticky night when you could be sat out in your gardens enjoying the light breeze. You might be sat out in your garden on your tablets or whatever, I don't know. But yes, it's going to be a nice week this week. Okay. Oh dear, excuse me, Julie. Julie, you've not been sleeping, my lovely. Why have you not been sleeping? I feel very, I feel drained. I feel drained of energy with yourself, Julie. Would you understand that? And I've got a lady in the spirit that's coming quite close. So I do feel this would be mother or grandmother. I do feel, again, I do feel this is a mother vibration, but it could be a grandma that was like a mother to you. If not, if mum is not in spirit. It's freezing in South Africa. Oh, I'll send you some of this hot weather, Tanita. It's absolutely boiling here. And Deborah's sat in the garden. Bless your heart. Hi, Alana. Oh, Sunshine, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. His name wasn't Harry by any chance, was it? Let me know, and if it is, I'll come back to you after I've spoken to Julie. Both in spirit, okay. Well, this lady came through on a motherly vibration, so I'm going to say this is Mum coming through, and Mum would have, um, I wouldn't say she would have been a serious person as such, but she wasn't laid back either. You couldn't get much past Mum. She was very observant. She was very astute. You couldn't get much past her at all. If she could sense that something was wrong with a person within 3 seconds of meeting them, they didn't even have to speak to her for her to know whether or not they were genuine or whether or not they could be trusted or not. And not very many people have that gift. True, yeah. She's saying you need some of that instinct. She says you have good intuition and you have good instinct, but you need to open your eyes a little bit more to those around you. Would you understand why she's saying this, my darling? And she's scratching her chin. So she would have been there when she had something serious to say, or she was thinking about something. She would scratch her chin. Let me know if this makes sense. Oh, whatever that is, you can take that off, please. Mum had a lot of sickness before her passing. Would you understand this, my darling? Not necessarily being sick, but the thought, just she had a very sensitive stomach, I feel, and she used to get things stuck in her throat that used to make her want, like, have to cough to remove it and nearly be sick. Does that make sense? Yes, she would. Thank you for that confirmation. Okay, my darling. And I do feel Mum had quite a few trips to the hospital before she passed as well. I'm not saying she passed in hospital because I don't feel that she did, but there would have been a lot of visits to hospital the last sort of 2 or 3 months before her passing. Would you understand that as well? Hi, Joanne. It's nice to see some new names on this evening. Welcome to the newbies. She did die in hospital. Okay, my darling. I just saw trips to the hospital. She didn't exactly tell me how she died. But as you can hear, she's putting this throat condition on me, and I'm struggling to talk and I'm struggling to swallow and I'm having to clear my throat. I feel like all my throat is gunked up with something. Would you understand Mum having some sort of emphysema? Or she would have had something wrong that was on her lungs that used to bring the phlegm up off her lungs. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling, because she's putting that on me as well. It's definitely not asthma. It's too gunky to be asthma. Normally when they put that on me, it's some sort of emphysema or some sort of lung condition where there was stuff on the lungs that needed to come up. Hi, Sam. Hi, Susan. Let me see what she always coughs. She had a weak chest. Oh, okay, my sweetheart. Yeah, she's putting that on me. Okay. Let's see what card Mum gives for you, my darling. Because she's drawing me to the cards now. Mum would have been interested in this kind of thing as well. She would have been interested in the cards as well. I don't know if you know this about Mum. I'm not saying that she was dabbling in the psychic arts or whatever the case may be, but I do know that she liked the cards. She liked looking at the pretty pictures on them, and she was fascinated by how people use them. And she's liking my cards, I have to say. She's liking my divine guidance. Okay. Next one. Next one. She's bossy, your mum, isn't she? Warrior. Now's the time to bring out the warrior in yourself, my darling, okay? You've been through a lot, you're going through a lot, and all this blackness here is about confidence, but it also hides a lot. It hides a lot of flaws, and I do feel that you have to do some shadow work within yourself to find out just exactly how strong a person you are. Your mum wants to remind you that you are strong inside and you come from good stock, is what she's saying. She was psychic, but it scared her and she loved colour. Yeah, I was going to say she loved all the colours of the cards. And she absolutely adores these. But I'm surprised she's brought out this one because this has got no colour in it apart from blacks and blues. So I do say that you have that psychic ability. But where the cross is on this lady's chest, that is your inner strength, my darling. Okay, you are a diamond, and it's time that you was reminded of exactly who you are and where you came from. Because I do feel that there's been a lot of put downs lately around you. There's been a lot of talk behind your back, and there's been a lot of put downs that you've been hearing about. Let me know if that makes sense. And yes, she was very bossy. She is very bossy. She said, come on, get on with it. She didn't want me shuffling the cards for too long, that is for certain sure. But yes, I feel like your head is about to explode, my darling. So you need to remember just how strong you are, okay? You have a gift. Thank you so much. I understand exactly what you mean. I'm glad you do, my sweetheart. Oh, I wish she'd take this condition off me because it's making me all snotty. But yes, Mum just wants to remind you of who you are and where you came from, and that you are stronger than what you think you are. Okay, my darling. So I'm glad that makes sense for you. I'm glad you can take. Mum's giving me what are they? Mum's giving me bluebells for you. Now, when I see bluebells, I associate that with cancer. Now, I'm not saying if it wasn't Mum that had cancer, there's somebody around you that has had or has cancer. But this is somebody that you know about. I'm not predicting anything. I'm not predicting anybody's got cancer, but this is somebody that you know about that's either had or has cancer. When I see bluebells, I think of the Bluebell Wood Hospice. Work is driving you mad at the moment. Yeah, I can see that. But again, it's about standing up to yourself. Okay, my darling. I'm also seeing you as a young child. She loved bluebells, and yes, my sister had cancer and died. Oh, bless your heart. So that's just a little kudos to you for your sister then, to say that your sister's with her. So if you ever doubted that, just know that she's got your sister with her because of the bluebells. All right, my darling. So I'm glad that they've come through for you together. So the young girl I'm seeing then would be your sister. Instead, I assumed it was you, so that's my mistake. I do apologise. But yeah, so this would be your sister that I'm seeing. I shouldn't ask questions, but I'm seeing a young girl or a young woman with long brown hair, and she used to wear it in a ponytail over one side of her shoulder. Would that make sense? It's almost like a photo image of a formal. She's in a formal dress, and she's got a ponytail twisted round, almost like oh, who is it now? Almost like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, but not so much as a big dress. Two sisters in spirit, both of cancer. Oh, bless you. And that's Nikki. Oh, lovely. I mean, not lovely that she's in spirit. I mean, lovely that she's come through for you with Mum. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, I'm glad you can take that. Oh, I've got goosebumps now. Oh, make me all teary. Both had ponytails. Oh, bless. Well, I'm only seeing one. And this one was quite thick. And it was quite hard to brush at times. It got very knotty very quickly. Whereas the other one I feel didn't have it as thick. Sending you lots of love, my darling, from them and from your mum. They just want you to stand up for yourself and remember how strong you are. Remember what you've been through and how far you've come, okay? Look to the past to learn the lessons, to not forget the lessons that you've learned from them, but don't hold on to the past. Don't hold on to the past. Does that make sense? Look back, don't forget the lessons, but let it go. All right, that's Joe with the thicker hair. Yeah, one of them had thicker hair than the other, definitely, because that's what I'm feeling. Because my hair's quite thick at the back on my ponytail, and it's almost like she's playing. You felt her play with your hair. You felt her playing with your ponytails. Almost like you felt a touch and you've looked round, but there's nobody there. It's her playing with your hair. So one of them liked playing with your hair. I could spend all night with these beautiful girls, and they are beautiful, and they want you to remember how beautiful you are. But I can't spend all night with them because I have other people on the feed that want to read in. All right, so I will leave their love with you, my darling. Make sure you remember who you are. Make sure you remember how strong you are. Be the warrior that you are, and make sure that you don't let anybody walk all over you. Okay, my darling? I will leave all their love with you from your sisters and from your mum, and I'll say thank you all for working with me. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Okay, let's have a look. Who's next? Hi, Deborah. Hi, Susan. It is a lot of loss. Bless your heart. Okay, Susan. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Susan. And then I'll come to you, Tanika. Did Sunshine come back to me with Sunshine, did you come back to me with that name? I don't think you did you? No. No, it wasn't. Oh, okay. It wasn't for you then. Okay, so if anybody can take a Harry in spirit, can you let me know, please? I do feel this would have been an Uncle Harry. Just let me know, because for some reason I've got Uncle Harry in my head. Yeah, I've just seen your reply, Sunshine. It wasn't for you, obviously. Unless you can take an Uncle Harry. And I do feel Uncle Harry would have been really good with his hands. Unless it's my Uncle Harry I'm getting, which I don't think it is. That would be a first. Giving a reading to myself. You're very welcome, Julie. I hope that helps you, my darling. No, his name was John. It's okay, my darling. It just means it's not meant for you. If anybody can take an Uncle Harry in spirit that was good with his hands, can you let me know in the comments, please? If not, don't worry. I'll park him. Okay, Susan, card for Susan Dorrit, please. Card for Susan Dorrit. He wasn't good with his hands. So you've got an Uncle Harry, but he wasn't good with his hands. Hi, Alana. Wish I could draw spirit portraits. I have been known to draw the odd one now and again. Susan, would you understand a lady in spirit that was very quietly spoken? And I want to go with Grandma. I feel very quietly spoken and very slowly spoken as well. I was a very patient lady. I didn't want to rush anything. I did things in my own time, in my own way, and nobody could tell me any different. Would you understand this lady, please? Susan Dorrit, yes, I'm talking to you, my lovely. It's taken a lot of work, Lana. It takes a lot of work and a lot of practice and a lot of development. You're always learning. You never stop learning when you're learning to connect with spirit. Yes, you can understand this. Thank you, my darling. Okay, so I've got this grandmother here for you, my darling. I'm going to call her grandma if that's okay with you. Um, she's very quietly spoken. She's very slowly spoken. She never rushed anything. She did things in her own way, in her own time, and nobody could tell her any different. She was very stubborn, and I feel that this is she's coming through because she's saying the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, meaning that you're very much like her in your ways. You can be very stubborn. Um, she's saying pig-headed. With all due respect, that's come from her, not from me. um, there's also an issue with communication with yourself. There's something that needs to be said that isn't being said, and she's saying it's about time you opened your mouth, young lady. Would you understand why she's saying this? I'll just let you reply to that before I carry on. I do know there's a bit of a delay on Facebook. Keep shuffling the cards. Very stubborn, yes, and you're the same. There's something, there's a situation around you at the moment that you're being very stubborn about. And this is why she's come through, because she's saying you need to compromise. You need to compromise a little bit. You need to stop digging your heels in, and you need to allow room. It's not about who's wrong or right, she's saying. It's not about who's wrong or right. It's about meeting in the middle and compromising. Would you understand why she's saying that, please? Yes, you've been holding your tongue. Yeah, well, she's saying you're not to hold your tongue anymore. So you've got to speak up and you've got to speak out, but you've got to do it in the right way. Because if you go in like a bull in a china shop, it's going to cause ruptions. She's saying it's going to cause friction, and it may cause a little bit of distance between family members, I want to say. But you do have to speak up, but you have to do it in the right way. Do it in a way that is not, what's the word? Do it without accusing, she's saying. She did use another word, but I can't pronounce it. Accusatory, if that is such a word. Accusatory. Don't say accusingly. That's it, accusingly. Do it to a point where you can say, well, okay, I know this was said and that was said and this happened. You have got the strength to deal with it, my darling. I do feel that this has drained your energy a little bit, but you do have the strength to deal with it. Look how strong he's standing. He's standing tall, he's standing confident, and he's got the wings strapped to his shoulders and his shield, and they ain't budging, mate. They're not budging. So you need to open your mouth, say what needs to be said, communicate properly, but there's lots of greys in this card, which is where the compromise comes in. I'm trying to find the right way to say it. She's saying you have found the right way to say it. Sometimes it's not what we say, it's the way we say it. So you might have found the right words, you've just got to find a way to say it. Like you say, don't go in with an accusing tone, go in with a more don't play the blame game. I want to say, don't play the blame game. Say, look, nobody's to blame. This has been said, that's been said, this has been done, that's been done. However, from the other person's point of view, blah, 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 blah. Do you get what I'm saying? Do it that way rather than, well, if you hadn't have said this, this wouldn't have happened, and if you hadn't have said that, that wouldn't have happened, and if you hadn't have done that. Don't do any of that. It's just a case of, I can understand what you're saying, I can see where you was coming from, but do you really think that was the right way to say it, do it, whatever? And then put that person in the other person's shoes that's been on the receiving end of this. All right? Try it that way, see if that works. All right? But you do have the strength to deal with it, even though you don't feel like you have, and you shouldn't really be dealing with it. You do have the strength to deal with it. So get bossy, missus, and open your mouth. All right? And I will leave mum's love with you, grandma's love with you, sorry. And that is it. That is my time up for this evening, people. I've been on for an hour and I'm getting tired, and Spirit have called me to time, unfortunately. Thank you ever so much for working with me. Thank you for spending your evening with me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to the spirit world for coming through and bringing them beautiful messages of love and encouragement and support. And may you all stay safe in this weather, please. Stay safe and cool. And may angels watch over you until we meet again. I will be back on a week on Saturday. I think I'm back. But we have Larking On at 9 o'clock this evening, so please join us for that. For the chance of more readings and more inspirational chat. Oh, you're very welcome, Deborah. Thank you for that compliment. I don't see it as a gift. I see it as a privilege and an honor, because I absolutely adore working with spirit. I love working with all your loved ones. So I will ask now for the veil to be closed between the two worlds. I will thank my angels and my spirit team for working with me and your loved ones. I thank your loved ones for coming through. Until we meet again, may an angel watch over all of us. Amen. All right. Night. God bless. See you soon, people.